I think Michigan State is the most interesting of these three teams because they're coming off the loss to Nebraska. This is a team that did not play well all year. They were playing with fire. We kept waiting for them to get going, and now the question becomes, what happens now? I mean, do we think at some point here Michigan State's going to figure it out, or is this a team that's just not going to reach that level that we expected them to at the beginning of the year?
I heard it as a player, and I said it as a coach. There's no switch that you can just turn on week to week depending on who you're playing. And so we're waiting for Michigan State to make the turn. They played against Western Michigan. They didn't look very good. We're probably expecting too much from them. So they start out at Western Michigan. It doesn't go so well. But, you know, first game of the year, they had Oregon in next week. They beat Oregon. That was an impressive win. Last week they played Nebraska. We're still waiting for them to turn the corner. We're still waiting for them to flip the switch. It doesn't happen. I think this team has a real problem as we go from here to the rest of the season. There is no switch. Whether this changes or not, if it changes this weekend, it might be because they're playing Maryland. You know, I don't know that. But this team is really hard to figure out, and we haven't seen them close to being at their best.
No question, Jerry. Now, they are going to get some help this week. The good news is that Darian Hicks, talented cornerback, is expected to come back. He's been out about 5 weeks after suffering concussion. And this secondary is desperate for some veteran presence back there. The less good news is that some players still seem to be thinking about last week and Nebraska rather than this week in Maryland. And Shalik Calhoun is a great example. Now, we love him. He's got a gregarious personality, but he's Instagramming out photos of him being strangled there by a Nebraska lineman. And yesterday he goes on Twitter and says, all right, I got a bunch of free time, Huskers fans. Tweet me some questions. And look, he handled the give and take really well, but I would imagine that his coaches would prefer that he be thinking about Maryland come Thursday.
You think?
Maybe.
He did handle it well.
Yes.
And we really like Shalik. I mean, he's an impressive guy.
He'll be on this set in about 10 years.
Yeah, he might be. But I'll tell you.
Take it Howard's spot? I mean, whose spot are we talking about here?